This video is sponsored by Stormforce PCs, which are a UK specialised supplier that provide the best and highest spec PCs you can dream of, especially for those who are looking for a top-end flight simulator rig. In fact, every single video on this channel is powered by a Stormforce computer, and for very good reason. With their competitive 3-year warranty and their excellent build quality, superb customer service, genuinely this is the only PC manufacturer that I trust. So check out the link in the description below for a very nice discount on your dream PC. Welcome back to the channel, and as you know, I've posted various things about MSFS 2024, including some gameplay footage, dare I say, of the alpha, and I've also expressed some of my concerns about this new platform. However, let's now talk about the things I'm super excited about with this new sim. First of all, it is the visual fidelity of everything just looking so much better. That includes the trees, different biomes and textures throughout, including sand and grass. Photogrammetry looks so much better, cliff edges, mountains, lakes, everything just looks a lot more believable than it's ever done before. The water effects, the lighting, the ray tracing, the shadows, I'm going to combine this into the first thing I'm excited about. Basically, overall, I think the visual fidelity, while it's not a groundbreaking leap in terms of technology compared to MSFS 2020, it's going to be a very nice upgrade indeed. Second, I'm looking forward to finally being able to utilize my expensive computer. If there's one thing about this hobby that we all enjoy, it is the fact that we have to invest in a top-of-the-line computer to get the very best out of it, especially for VR users. It's been very frustrating in the past having a 13900K with all those cores, but they're just sleeping. Same with my GPU, it's not really being utilized 100%. Well, hopefully with this new sim, it's going to make the best of all the hardware that I have in my computer, and I can't wait personally for the 50 series graphics cards, because I will be probably purchasing a 5090 when it gets released next year, or at least testing it anyway. And I have a feeling, because of this new architecture and graphics pipeline with DirectX 12 support, that it will make a bigger difference when you upgrade your CPU and GPU. Now, the third thing I'm really excited about, which kind of ties in a little bit with the visual fidelity, but it's basically feeling like you're living in a breathing world when you've got animals all over the place. Just the general sounds and the weather effects and just the life of the airports seem like they're a lot more active and very organic. I can't wait, for example, going bush flying, maybe see a bear or two, not just scripted areas, but they're sort of in the world just doing their own thing. I'm also looking forward to seeing ships and boats as I'm flying around the oceans. It'll be a lot more interesting and less boring when you're doing those longer runs. I know it sounds a bit strange saying stuff like this because it is a flight sim, but for me, it's about exploring an immersive world. And if you think about it, that's why I personally love flying, because it gives me a different perspective on this beautiful planet that we live. I think MSFS 2024 is going to embrace that like never before. Now let's get on to the fourth thing, which I'm really excited about with the new platform. Well, it's got to be the new physics engine. Now, even though I've been a bit critical with the flight modelling, I'm still hoping that we're going to see a lot of improvements. If you think about the core physics simulation, so much has changed. There's a lot more customizable surfaces on planes. Things like wake turbulence, the wind playing a huge part in your flying, especially when going through heavy cloud and turbulence. Also, just the little things like trees swaying in the breeze and the water being more active when it's a windy day, and helicopter physics, especially when lifting very heavy items and cargo. Tying into that is the wear and tear system. You can break even the default planes now, which I think is fantastic. All of those things really make a difference to when you're flying, because it gives you consequences to your actions. Something I've harked about on this channel since the dawn of time. The fifth thing that I'm excited about, well, it's something pretty simple but also makes a huge impact to the sim, as you can see in this footage. It is seasons, and it's done very, very well indeed. No longer will you be flying in the same horrible green, weird looking trees When it's winter or autumn, you'll see beautiful different colours depending on the time of year. And I'm actually really surprised with how much this makes a big impact and atmosphere of the sim. Another feature I'm looking forward to is avatar mode, especially whilst in VR, because now instead of floating around with your drone camera, which always felt a bit, well, crap to be honest, you are an actual person, a character in the sim, and you walk around. You can hear your footsteps depending on whether you're walking on a taxiway or walking on grass or even in snow. You can hear the boot of your foot kind of crunching in the snow. Asobo didn't need to go that crazy with the detail, but they decided to do that, and I love that they've gone berserk with those kind of details. Just being able to walk around your plane, walk around your favourite airport, or just go for a stroll to a nearby lake, it's going to make this more than just a flight sim. It's going to be an incredibly immersive experience, especially, of course, in VR. Just imagine what that's going to be like. You've had a hard day at work, you just want to go somewhere else. It's really miserable outside. Let's say, I don't know, I fancy going to the Alps and flying a beautiful bush plane. I land near a really nice lake. I get out my plane, I walk to it, I can hear the birds, I can hear the water flowing. I'm crunching on the sand as I'm walking around. It's going to be fantastic, and actually probably quite a good therapy for most of us out there, especially with the way the world is today. We definitely need something like this. Now, number 7 is one that I'm not so excited about, but I'm still looking forward to trying it, and that is career mode. Asobo has painstakingly spent a lot of time getting this right, and I'm very intrigued to see how this plays out. Now, for me, I don't personally need a purpose to fly, and you know, I've been simming since I was like 7 or 8 years old, and just being able to explore different aircraft, especially with the entire planet at my fingertips, and now we have VR, I will never get bored of it. I always personally have ideas and places to fly. Even if I do the same routes, they're never the same because of the weather and of course traffic, different aircraft. Just like in real life, pilots tend to do the same routes, and being able to sort of escape my everyday mundane life and imagine I'm a pilot in a business jet, well, it's just something that I never get bored of. Number 8 is just being able to encapsulate all the things I've talked about, but experience it in VR. And I'm still hopeful that VR will get more love in 2024, especially now that Asobo has stated that VR is a platform all on its own. So they're going to develop it alongside Xbox and PC. If you think about it from that point of view, then there is every chance that we may get some tasteful upgrades, such as dynamic foveated rendering. So even though this isn't a feature at the moment, I am still hopeful and looking forward to seeing how VR improves over the course of the life of MSFS 2024. Number 9, well, it's basically, if you think about how much free content we've had with MSFS 2020, it's absolutely mind-boggling. With all of the core sim updates, extra features, world updates, avionics updates, we have had an amazing time with MSFS 2020, and we've had it good, folks. We've had it very good. If I think about how many hours, I can't even imagine how many hours I've racked up in 2020. Over 4 years, it's been an absolute blast, and I can't wait to live all of that again in 2024. Imagine what all of these new world updates are going to look like with all of the core technologies with MSFS 2024. It's going to be very exciting indeed. The last thing that I'm looking forward to with the new Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is developers. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with this new sim. It may take a while. It might even take 6 months to a year. Who knows? But the likes of A2A, PMDG, Just Flight, all of the major developers out there, what are they going to be able to achieve with this new technology? I can't wait. Can you? Please let me know in the comments below, what are you excited about the most? But for now, thank you so much for watching, and whether you're a new subscriber or you've been here for the long haul, I really appreciate your support. It's going to be one hell of a ride. Take care, and bye for now.